Hello, everyone. My name is Evan Amaral, and I am so thrilled to welcome you all to my new film series, New Cinematic Directions. If you joined us back in 2019 for my first program at the Emory Cinematheque, not coming to a theater near you, you'll have a sense of what kinds of films you're going to see here. In keeping with the program's spirit, all 6 screenings in this series are films you won't be able to see anywhere else in Atlanta. Even though theaters are still very much in various stages of reopening, I still wanted to highlight these brave new works, which challenge the cultural hegemony of Hollywood product, along with the varieties of independent and art house cinema that maintain a place at the mainstream cinematic table. So that's why I chose New Cinematic Directions. Even though not all of these films are new in terms of their premieres, they're new to the majority of moviegoers. And the series is a way of giving them a platform and allowing you all, our Emory Cinematheque audience, to engage with them on your own terms, safely at home. One of the most exciting figures to me to emerge from the worlds of photography and cinema in the past decade has been Kalik Allah. Born and raised in New York City, Allah became known for the style of portraiture he calls street opera. His photographic work is dramatic, visceral, and decisively analog in its texture, specifically focusing on street portraits of those he meets at the corner of 125th Street and Lexington Avenue in Harlem. It has been collected in the 2017 book Souls Against the Concrete. Allah works in a similar style as a filmmaker, crafting sensual, vivid documentaries out of moving portraits, still close-up portrait shots of individuals and groups of people. His latest film, the 3-hour epic, I Wow, I Walk on Water, premiered in March of 2020 at the True False Film Festival. These next few days, I'm incredibly thrilled to share with you Allah's sophomore feature, 2018's Black Mother. Black Mother focuses on Allah's ancestral home of Jamaica, tracing both his family's history and the colonial history of their nation. Decidedly religious in its formation, Black Mother often takes on the form of a prayer, of a trance-like state in which the viewer can commune with the spirits of people still with us and long gone, and of landscapes persevering in their timeless beauty against the widening sprawl of industrial capitalism. Allah frames a number of subjects in his trademark moving portraiture, letting us listen to their personal testimonies and voiceover as we and they stare back and forth at each other through the screen. The film takes on a number of visual formats as well, seamlessly shifting between HD digital footage, Super 8 film, and VHS home videos from Allah's childhood. But this quality is key to what makes the film unique. Structuring the film in 3 trimesters, Allah takes us on an emotional and poetic journey of Jamaican history through the lives of the country's women, from the colonial era through to the living women of his own family. The disparate sounds, images, and voices in this film commingle into a single portrait, ebbing and flowing to create a holistic and coherent but constantly shifting portrait of a nation and of a home. In a 2018 Film Comment interview with critic and programmer Rooney Elmy, Allah said the following. Elmy, I'll add accurately, called the film transporting, and Allah responded. I appreciate that word transporting, because a film should take you somewhere. It should be like traveling. Transporting is the sense of taking you more inward into your own mind. This is a film that you can watch and be glued to the screen, and it's also the kind of film where you got the freedom to drift away if you want. It encourages you to close your eyes, which is the opposite of what every filmmaker would say. They'd say, don't flinch, watch my film, don't even close your eyes. But with all of the prayers in the film, that right there encourages you, because certain people get really into it. There are so many levels that it can be understood by an 80-year-old or a 4th grader. Making something that was going to transport people was definitely the intention, to make them feel like they grew with me. Although it's an abstract documentary or an experimental documentary, I don't like the word experimental documentary, because that implies that you don't know what the outcome would be. I felt like I knew what the outcome was going to be. Anytime you do something abstract, the way you find your arcs and your themes is going to be different. All of that is in this film, but it's just presented in a different way. Just as Kalik Allah grew with this film, I invite you to do the same from your home and let its gorgeous images and dissonant sounds envelop you in a landscape you could so much as practically touch. So please do consider joining me and your fellow viewers for our open discussion of this film on Tuesday, March 16th at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And please do enjoy the film.